Hello everyone, this is Cherie. Welcome to NaNoWriMo 2025, Week 1. My goal is to write an independent feature film screenplay. The title is tentatively Project Santa Cruz, and I'm going to be following the DOGMA 25 rules. Here are the rules. Number 1, the script must be original and handwritten by the director. We compel ourselves to write the script by hand in order to nurture the kind of intuition that flows most freely from the dream, channeled through the hand onto the paper. Number 2, at least half of the film must be without dialogue. We insist on a cinematic approach to filmmaking because we believe in visual storytelling and have faith in the audience. Number 3, the internet is off limits in all creative processes. We commit to produce the films relying on real people within our physical reality, rather than in a digital one infused with algorithms. Number 4, we'll only accept funding with no content-altering conditions attached. We assume responsibility for keeping budgets down so the team retains final say in all artistic decisions. Number 5, no more than 10 people behind the camera. We commit to working in close collaboration to build trust and strengthen our shared vision. Number 6, the film must be shot where the narrative takes place. Film as an art form becomes artificial and generic when we portray a location in a false light. Number 7, we're not allowed to use makeup or manipulate faces and bodies unless it's part of the narrative. Just as we strive to maintain the authenticity of the location, we also want to portray the human body without a filter. We celebrate it, warts and all. Number 8, everything relating to the film's production must be rented, borrowed, found, or used. We commit to making films using objects that already exist and renounce the ahistorical and self-destructive culture of consumerism. Number 9, the film must be made in no more than 1 year. We abstain from any lengthy processes that stand in the way of creative flow. And number 10, create the film as if it were your last. All right, and now here's a recap of my week 1. Hello everyone, it's day 1 of NaNoWriMo 2025. And I have just finished working on my outline for the script I will be writing this month. I don't have a title, so right now it's called Project Santa Cruz because it will take place about 90% in Santa Cruz. And I've got the setup, the Act 2 things that happen, and the resolution. So basically, the setup is the protagonist needs to get over the hill for a sick relative. That's the MacGuffin right now. And unfortunately, her car doesn't start. And she needs to get over the hill in a timely manner, and she doesn't have like money to fix it like right away, to take it to a shop, or she doesn't have money in her Uber ride account. So she has to figure out another way to get over the hill with like $10 in cash she has. So Act 2 will go over all the different modes of transportation. And along with each of those modes, there's a social issue that comes up, and just kind of showing all the problems that are going on right now in this area and America. And I just wrote a list of social issues, and I wrote a list of transportation that the main character can take. And then when she does get over the hill, and they're going to be about 5, what would originally be called set pieces, but there are no sets. This has to be all like real places. So like 5 major locations, let's just say, for that middle section. And then at the end, she makes it over the hill to San Jose, to Silicon Valley and has an interaction with the dying relative that kind of sums up how she sees the world and how she can move forward to try to make things better. And let's see, so I wrote down like all modes of transportation, and there's like at least 12. And so what I'm going to do for the modes that she doesn't take herself, I'm going to use those as like cutaways and like into the next scene. So like maybe like you'll see boats going out. So that used to be a transportation mode. That's probably going to be the opening. So setting up, Santa Cruz. And then, someone on a surfboard, someone riding a horse, someone jogging, a plane in the sky, all these things that people use to get from point A to point B, and she's going to be using just basic ones like walking, doing the bus, and like getting a ride from someone, but it's someone in an electric car, and then they have to charge it because it kind of dies. There's going to be, I'm debating about a train ride. I know someone who's going to be doing a winter train DJ thing, but I think it's a nighttime thing. So, I probably could get on that, but quite frankly, the trains don't go over to Silicon Valley, so I'd have to cheat it, and I don't really want to cheat. Like, oh, she goes to the train and then gets to the bus or something. But yeah, that's where it is right now. I'm still developing the story, and I didn't have a lot of time to work on it today. So hopefully tomorrow's Sunday, and I don't have anything scheduled during the day. Hopefully I can really start writing so I can actually like fade in exterior carport or whatever. All right, I'm just mumbling now. See you tomorrow. Day 2, NaNoWriMo. I just spent about an hour working on Project Santa Cruz. I wrote the first act, and it's about 6 handwritten pages. Starts out at the Santa Cruz Yacht Harbor as some boats are leaving, and my character, Sarah Franklin, is jogging along the beach. She meets a homeless person's dog who will come back in later on the story. Goes up to the lighthouse and receives a call from her brother saying that their father had a stroke and she needs to go over the hill to Campbell to see him. And it's very apparent that Sarah and her father are estranged. She doesn't really want to go. Her brother is stressing the importance, so, the father's probably near death. Again, trying the little dialogue, trying to do it all through the way a character reacts. And then she, goes home, like, leaves, not in her jogging clothes anymore. She's ready to go. But the car won't start. She checks out her Uber cash. She has like $5. She checks out her bank account and she has like $7. And the fee too, like if she were taking an Uber over, I don't actually know what it is to go from Santa Cruz to Campbell, but I'm guessing it's going to be about $40. Anyway, I'll just show whatever the app has on the day we shoot. But, what she has is not enough. She calls her brother. He's like, what about a taxi? You can use a credit card. She's like, I got rid of all my credit cards. He's like, can't you find someone? It's like, all the people I know are working. She's like, can't you come over? And he's like, I cannot leave Dad. So obviously the dad can't be left alone, is that incapacitated and that much needing help. And he says, do you have enough for the bus? So she shakes out all the coins in her piggy bank, and yes, there's just enough to take a bus to a bus, and then she's going to have to take the light rail once she gets over there to Campbell. So she's going to need about, oh gosh, what is it now? I think it's like $7 to go one way over the hill, a couple of dollars for the bus ride to get like to the Highway 17 maybe bus, and then I think it would be a couple of dollars for the light rail. You know, I have not done these rides in so long. So she has about $11. Yeah, so we'll probably give her like 12 or $15 total with like the money in her purse. I don't know, those little details, not important. But what I did figure that I would do, I was thinking about this last night, is have all the interactions she has with other people relate around family and the relationship between, you know, parents and their children. And so that kind of ties in with the theme. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it. And I'll start again tomorrow. Day 3, NaNoWriMo. I wrote the first scene in Act 2 where Sarah is walking to go to the bus stop, but she encounters a woman on her street trying to get a wheelchair into the back of her electric vehicle. So she helps, and then the woman who knows her asks if she wants a ride. And so she says yes. And so then they get in the electric vehicle and are driving, and then the vehicle doesn't have enough charge. So Sarah has to get out and walk. Now, there are a couple things with this. I don't know if electric vehicles just all of a sudden lose their charge. I don't know. I put that there was like a warning light or something like that, but I really don't know. That's something I would have to research. And then I'm a little confused because one of these DOGMA rules is the internet is off limits in all creative processes. Now, I don't know if me trying to figure out how an electric car stops functioning is considered part of the creative process. I don't think so. I'm going to be very careful though. Like first I'm going to ask people like who actually have electric vehicles. Also, they were on a road in Santa Cruz that I know the road by sight. It passes this surfer statue that's really famous. But I don't know if it's like Highway 1 or if it's one of the cliff drives, East Cliff, West Cliff. So I'm going to ask someone who lives there, around there, if they know the name of that street before looking it up on the internet. I think it's okay to just come back and put the things in because I'm being creative in the writing process of it. But yeah, I really, you know, I don't understand how strict these rules are for that kind of a thing. One thing I didn't do is I didn't bring up the familial thing when I was writing it. I forgot about that. So I need to have the person that offers her a ride talk about like family, maybe family that's no longer around or something like that. Yeah, so that's where I am, and I will see you tomorrow. NaNoWriMo, day 4. I wrote 2 more pages. I also added the family background in the scene I wrote yesterday, and I've just been it's messy. I crossed out stuff, added stuff. I need to go back and just rewrite this so it looks nice. I'm one of those people where if everything's really messy, I can't like focus and move ahead. So I need to, I think tomorrow on day 5, I'm just going to rewrite it very nicely, you know, putting all the crossed out stuff with the replacements, and then I'll be able to just go forward because yeah, it's getting a little confusing to look at. I also kind of went over all the social issues and transportation methods that I had originally written, and I think I need to tomorrow also just really structure it, because this is a loose structure and I need to figure out, okay, who does she see after this? Who does she see after this? Who does she see after this? And what are the like familial issues that go with them? Because that's something that I hadn't originally stuck in here. And I cannot wait to write the ending. It's kind of based on a true incident that happened with someone I know, and they said I could use the line that was actually said by their parent. And it's, I swear, if the audience doesn't cry, they have no heart. So I can't wait to actually get to the ending now. Anyway, but yes, so that's for today. Last night I watched Festin, which is also known as The Celebration. And that was the very first Dogma 95 film. Wow, was it amazing. It's really good. I gave it 4 stars. Upon rewatch, I might bump it up to like 4.5, although it's not one I would necessarily want to rewatch, but it's really good. And then I saw this video essay about how the Dogma 95 movement was you weren't supposed to do like genre pieces. I guess basically they could be dramas, maybe comedies, but not like, you know, a noir or a sci-fi or, you know, whatever. But this video essayist was saying how The Celebration was kind of a horror. And just the fact that they used digital cameras, the handheld, a little shaky, and just the lighting, you know, all the stuff that the Dogma 95 movement rules had you do, basically turned it into a kind of horror in a way. And I agree. It's like a psychological kind of horror film. So yeah, it was just wonderful to watch. I was so happy. I've got about 5 others from the Dogma 95. I think there were like 33 movies or something that got the certificate. And I've only found like 4 or 5 others. One's on YouTube and some others are on Tubi. So it's kind of interesting that for such a well-known film movement that a lot of the films aren't available to the public. It'd be nice if they would do a box set, right, Criterion? Anyway, again, babbling. I'll see you tomorrow. NaNoWriMo, night 5. So I got an idea for the next scene. So I didn't end up rewriting the script yet. I wrote 5 sides for this new scene, which I think is really funny. Give the script a little levity. And so tomorrow, I believe I will rewrite it real nicely and figure out what I have left on the familial relations with the people that are traveling in various modes of travel. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I came home and I slept for like 4 hours because last night I woke up at 2 and couldn't go back to sleep. So I didn't know if I was going to be able to write anything today, but I'm really glad I did. I put on a Kate Kavanaugh Nano Write With Me video that she recorded this morning. So that inspired me. All right, see you tomorrow. Nano Day 6. So I spent about 45 minutes rewriting the script, and it's I still have 10 more pages to put in there. I've already done, let's see, 6? Yeah, I've written 6. I still have 10 to reformat and put in here. That's going to take a long time. I won't be able to get to it until later tonight. I'm going to be house sitting, so I just decided to record this right now. That's my intention, is to finish writing that tonight. So we'll check in tomorrow and see how I did. NaNoWriMo 2.0, days 7 and 8. So yesterday I wrote 1 page, and today I wrote 1 page, but it's still going really well. My goal is for it to be about a 75% 5-minute script, which is an hour and 15 minutes. Because I'm handwriting it and I don't handwrite in Courier 12, like I don't know how many pages I'm actually writing right now. But we'll find out at the end. But it's going well enough. I'm very happy with it. And I'll probably do a lot of writing tomorrow. I've just been super busy recently. So I'll probably get a lot more pages done tomorrow. But that's it for week 1 of NaNoWriMo 2025.